versus electricity. iCarly, new episodes Mondays at 6:30. iCarly, new episodes Mondays at 6:30. iCarly, new episodes Mondays at 6:30.
Big long build-up, snowstorm, long beard, intense look, and it's such a big long build-up, and the snowstorm just walking, intense shots, and then after all of that, Alphagettis.
What?
You know, the Granicore video, the one Mark came up with. Were you listening? Long beard, intense look, and it's such a big long build-up, and the snowstorm just walking, intense shots, and then after all of that, Alphagettis.
What?
You know, the Granicore video, the one Mark came up with. Were you listening? Long beard, intense look, and it's such a big long build-up, and the snowstorm just walking, intense shots, and then after all of that, Alphagettis.
What?
You know, the Granicore video, the one Mark came up with. Were you listening? Big long snowstorm just walking, intense shots, and then after all of that, Alphagettis. You know, the Granicore video, the one Mark came up with. Were you listening? Then after all of that,
Alphagetti, I know,
Alphagettis.
it's always Alphagetti, it's Alphagetti every time!
I don't know, man. I had a rough night last night.
what are you doing, bud? What are you up to, bud? What's going on there, bud?
What was I doing? What?
What are you doing, bud? What are you up to, bud? What's going on there, bud?
What, the one we already did?
What are you doing, bud? What are you up to, bud? What's going on there, bud?
I sincerely do not know what I was doing last night, Brady.
What are you doing, bud? What are you up to, bud? What's going on there, bud?
This is like the fourth time I've looked at that pile of garbage, and it still doesn't make any more sense to me.
What are you doing, bud? What are you up to, bud?
there, bud? What are you up
What's going on there, bud?
What do you got there, bud? What's going on there, bud? What's going on, bud? Whatever that
Doesn't matter, Buckaroo, because I got something new for you, and you're not gonna
It's the iCarly Wii game, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I told you, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but it's April Fool's. I mean, games in my hand. We're doing it. We're playing it. We're reviewing it.
Okay, who's responsible for this? Oh, Blitz Games.
Doesn't matter, Buckaroo, because I got something new for you, and you're not gonna.
The iCarly game again. Well, we didn't we? Yeah, we did. Are we doing
but
this?
it's April Fool's. I mean, games in my hand. We're doing it. We're playing it. We're reviewing it.
Oh God, yeah, I guess we do have to do this, huh? Yeah, Blitz Games made this.
Doesn't matter, Buckaroo, because I got something new for you, and you're not gonna.
I don't know, Perfect Dark Zero?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a load off the shoulders. Yeah, let's do it.
Games in my hand. We're doing it. We're playing it. We're reviewing it.
No. Fuck no.
Doesn't matter, Buckaroo, because I got something new for you.
Are you even in there,
And
Brady?
you're not
Like,
gonna-
am I even talking to a real human being right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk.
We're doing it. We're playing it. We're reviewing it.
No, why?
Because I got something new for you. We're doing it. We're playing it. We're reviewing it.
Oh my God, I did it! I did it! His weakness was iCarly the whole time!
Always nice running into a familiar face. Blitz Games was one of those studios that would be contracted to do a lot of licensed games back in the 2000s. They're also the same studio behind Glover, back when they were known as Interactive Studios, before they changed the name in 2000. Always nice running into a familiar face. Yeah, Blitz Games is one of those studios that would be contracted to do a lot of licensed games back in the early 2000s. They're also the same studio that behind Glover, back when they were known as Interactive Studios, before they changed their name in 2000. Always nice running into a familiar face. Yeah, Blitz Games is one of those studios that would be contracted to do lots of licensed games back in the early 2000s. They're also the same studio behind Glover, back when they were known as Interactive Studios, before they changed their name in 2000. This sucks, man. Blitz Games, they don't even exist anymore. Who cares? Hey, it's always nice seeing a familiar face. My boy Blitz Games, I knew they got my back. They're out here making the ultimate weapon, iCarly, helping me defeat Brady and getting out of here. Oh, they also worked on Pac-Man World 3, which is fairly underrated in my humble opinion. A bit too much focus on pretty boring combat, but I love the world design in that game, and the dialogue's pretty great too.
I don't want to be doomed. I just want to go home.
They also did Swampy's Revenge, totally solid Frogger game, Zapper, a more original take in the Frogger formula, and of course, many, many licensed games. Oh, they also worked on Pac-Man World 3, which is pretty underrated in my humble opinion. A bit too much focus on pretty boring combat, but I love the world design in that game, and the dialogue's pretty great too.
I don't want to be doomed. I just want to go home.
They also did Swampy's Revenge and Zapper. What? Yeah, and then tons and tons of licensed games. They made Pac-Man 3, Swampy Frog Revenge. But I mean, hey, I knew they could do it. You know, they're out here making Glover, working on Pac-Man and Frogger. These guys know what's up. Towards the end of the studio's lifespan, they would shift to mobile stuff instead, which I guess makes sense. Apps are cheaper to make and more accessible to a consumer market, which I guess would make it a better choice for supplementary media these days. But back before everybody had one of these guys in their pockets, they were hired by tons and tons of companies to produce licensed video games for all major platforms, including iCarly for the Wii. Towards the end of the studio's lifespan, they would shift more so towards mobile stuff instead, which I guess makes sense. But back before everybody had one of these guys in their pocket, they were making tons and tons of companies to produce licensed video games for all major platforms, including iCarly for the Wii. Towards the ends of the studio's lifespan, they would shift over to mobile stuff instead, which I guess makes sense. Apps are cheaper to make and more accessible to a consumer market, so they make a better choice for supplementary media these days. But back before everybody had one of these guys in their pocket, they were making tons of the games for Timmy Turner, and they made iCarly. They did Donald Duck, Mobile, Revenge, Timmy Turner, Revenge. Okay, there has to be a way out of here because I am not playing this thing again. And yeah, I know they made a couple of mobile stuff and then they went under, but hey, it's okay, they made iCarly, it's all good.
So first you're telling me that the people that made Dead by Daylight also worked on the Drake and Josh games, and now you're telling me that the people that made Glover made this thing?
Well, not exactly. So it is the same studio, but it's much later, and you know, with like game companies, over the years, people come and go and work on different things.
So how many people from Glover worked on this?
I cross-referenced the credits and I found 2 names, so I can confirm that in some capacity, 2 people that worked on Glover did help bring the iCarly game on Wii to life.
Alrighty then. Well, let's check out this masterpiece. So first you're telling me that the makers of Dead by Daylight worked on the Drake and Josh game.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me that the people that made Glover made this thing?
So not exactly. It's the same studio, but way later. And with game companies, people come and go. So it's not necessarily the same people who made both games.
So how many people worked on the iCarly game from Glover?
I cross-referenced the credits and I found 2 names. So while not everybody worked on it, I can confirm that 2 of the people that helped work on Glover did help bring this game to life in some capacity.
That's cool. Well, let's check out this masterpiece. Alright, so first you tell me the makers of Dead by Daylight made the Drake and Josh games, and now you're telling me the people that made Glover also made this thing?
Yeah.
How many people from Glover worked on iCarly?
2.
Alright then, well, let's check this masterpiece out. So first you tell me that the makers of Dead by Daylight made the Drake and Josh games, and now you're telling me that the people that made Glover made this thing?
There's gotta be like a cable or a switch or something. I'm in a simulation, aren't I? That's
so how
what
many
it is.
people from Glover worked on iCarly?
No, it's a curse. I've played enough horror games to know a curse when I see one.
Right on. Let's check out this masterpiece.
No.
So first you
But
tell
no,
me
I
the people
killed
that made Dead by Daylight also made the
You're
Drake and
dead. I
Josh
killed
games.
you. I found your
And
weakness.
now you're
I
telling
found
me
your
the people
weakness
that made
and I destroyed
Glover
you.
made
And you have
this?
no reason to be here. This is literally happening to me for no reason at all. This is happening for no reason. Why is this going on?
So how many people from Glover worked on iCarly?
Defeating the host of the nightmare doesn't wake me up. Great.
Cool. Let's check this masterpiece out.
Well, let's just hope it's nowhere near as bad as that Corey in the House game was.
Shh, James, don't. You'll summon 1,000 internet comedians again, and they'll go, "Hey, you funny Korean meme."
Yeah, sure. Why don't we check this out?
Shh, James, don't. You'll summon 1,000 internet comedians. Corey in the house.
What?
What?
Okay.
Shh, James, don't. You'll summon 1,000 internet comedians. Big funny joke. Hi, meme.
Am I losing my mind? No, it's gotta be like a time loop or something. Cause like, why else would Salty remember just like I do? Yet you don't.
James,
Yes,
don't.
the internet comedians.
Summon
I know,
a bunch
Brady.
of
Shut
internet
up.
I remember a lot more than you know. Big stupid.
What
funny.
the fuck? You know what? No. We're not playing iCarly. We're gonna play Mushroom Men, the Spore Wars. Because this is gonna be way more fun than iCarly. Okay, iCarly for the Wii. Now's probably a good time to mention, I don't know anything about this show. Hey, ask me anything about Teen Titans or Metabots and I'm gonna spew nonstop. But iCarly, I don't know, man. It started airing right before I kinda drifted away from watching TV. I know it's got Miranda Cosgrove, who previously starred alongside Drake and Josh as their little sister Megan. And I guess she went on to star in a show of her own right after. Okay, iCarly for the Wii. Now's probably a good time to mention, I don't know anything about this show. Like, hey, ask me anything about Teen Titans or Metabots and I'm gonna spew nonstop, but iCarly, I don't know. It kind of started airing right around when I stopped watching TV. I know it's got Miranda Cosgrove, who was in Drake and Josh, playing the little sister Megan, and I guess she went on to star in a show of her own right after. Okay, iCarly on the Wii. I've never seen iCarly in my life. I like Teen Titans and I like Metabots, but I've never watched iCarly, and I do not know why we're reviewing this. Alright, I am going to die. Oh, well, I guess I can't say I didn't see that coming. Okay, well, plan B. Yep, that's plan B. We're not hitting start. You can't make me.
Dude, literally the only thing I know about this show is what's Brady thinking about?
Brady, what the hell is that?
Trust me, they'll get it. Dude, literally the only thing I know about this show is what's Brady thinking about?
Wait, why does that sound really familiar?
Trust me, they'll get it.
Get what? This game.
Dude, literally the only thing I know about this show is what's Brady thinking about? Trust me, they'll get it.
What are you talking about?
Dude, literally the only thing I know about this show is what's Brady thinking about?
What even are you thinking about, Brady?
Trust me, they'll get it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, the show followed a group of friends that produced a web show. I guess making the show pretty ahead of its time for 2007. This is something a lot of people ended up doing later down the road, myself included. Well, anyway, yeah, the show followed a group of friends that would produce a web show. I guess making the show pretty ahead of its time for 2007. This is something a lot of people ended up doing later down the road, myself included. Well, anyway, yeah, iCarly. It was about a bunch of friends that, like, filmed themselves doing shit and put it on the internet, I guess, and I do that now. I can't speak for how accurately it represents web content, being so unfamiliar with the show, but it is really interesting seeing a show explore that sort of idea so long before it really took off in the way we see now. I can't really speak for how accurately it represents web content, being so unfamiliar with this show, but it is pretty interesting seeing the show explore that sort of idea so long before it really took off in the way that we see now. The show followed two friends, Mandy and Sandra, as they made tacos in front of a flaming car. and spaghetti. iCarly's a show and a game. Man, web content back in my day was more like, you go to the dude's website to see his stuff, you know, back when it wasn't all just on YouTube. If I wanted funny clay videos, I had to go on to knoxescorner.com. Back in like 2002 or 3, when I was a little kid browsing the internet for the first time, you had to do a lot of poking around to find stuff. Man, back when I was a kid, you had to like go on the dude's shitty website to see all the stuff he made, back before everything was just on YouTube, you know? Like, if I wanted funny clay videos, I couldn't find that on YouTube. I had to go to knoxescorner.com. But back when I was a kid, dude, you had to go on the shittiest websites ever, made by some dude in his basement, and you had to find like a funny clay video online, and that's what the internet was like when I was 8. iCarly seems to take place during the tail end of that period. The final years of hosting videos on a variety of sites still being fairly common. 2007, the era of Screw Attack, game trailers, and the Wii. iCarly kind of seems to take place around like the tail end of that era, where like it was rather common to still host your video content on multiple websites instead of just YouTube. 2007, the era of ScrewAttack.com, GameTrailers.com, and the Wii. iCarly takes place in the year 2972, where the internet has been replaced by 20 pulsating ball sacks. I mean, that's pretty much the state of the internet now anyway.
Junk data.
Screw Attack and Game Trailers and the Wii. Good lord, let's see what this thing even is. What do you even do for an iCarly video game? Well, let's see what this thing even is. Like, what do you do for an iCarly game? Well, let's see what the game is. I don't know how to do that again. Well, the menus look nice, everything's pretty clean, it does a pretty good job of getting that web show vibe, and they do a solid job recreating the set from the show, too. I like that panning shot, it makes the menu feel a little bit more lively. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Well, the menus look nice, everything's pretty clean, yeah, it does a pretty good job of getting that web show vibe, and they do a pretty solid job of recreating the set for the show, too. Yeah, looks alright. Well, I guess the menus look alright, like, it looks, yeah. Oh, I cannot say the same for the characters, though, good lord, are they ugly? They use these, like, weird 2D-ish rigs, grossly modeled after the cast of the show. The resemblance is there, I guess, but god, are these things hard on the eyes. The ones from the Drake and Josh games barely look like Drake and Josh, but at least the art style wasn't this bad. I think what really kills it for me is the movement. The way their limbs all contort, the puppet-like motions, it looks really low effort. Ew, I can't say the same for the characters though. Christ, are they ugly. They use these like gross 2D-ish rigs, grossly resembling the characters of the show. The resemblance is there, I guess, but like, it's not good looking. Like the ones for the Drake and Josh game barely even look like Drake and Josh, but at least they didn't look like putrid, ugly toilet dick. What really kills it for me though is the way they move, like the puppet-like motions, the way the limbs contort and bend. It looks really low effort. The characters definitely don't look alright though. They look like they came out of a buffalo's bleeding anus. And it looks bad. Shit, it just goes to the game anyway. And it still looks like dog shit.
It looked like sour ice cream.
Oh god, yeah, like at least it doesn't look as bad as Cheggers Party Quiz. You ever see the cover of that game?
Something about real people and Wii models that just don't look right.
No.
Bad baloney. They look like sour ice cream.
Yeah, they don't look good at all.
Something about like real life people and Wii models, it just doesn't look good.
No, it really doesn't.
Bad baloney. They look like sour ice cream. Well, I mean, it's like real people and Wii models, it just never looks good. Bad baloney. They look like sour ice cream. Yeah, but I mean, like with real people and Wii models, it just looks so bad. Bad baloney.
Die! Just die, please!
Makes sense.
No, it does not!
They look like sour ice cream.
You know what? I'll show you a bad character design. You ever heard of...
Makes sense.
Well, let's start a new game, I guess. Okay, I play the story. Each scene begins with Carly and her friends getting together and talking about what they're gonna do for tonight's show. And like the TV series, you can expect that typical Nickelodeon sitcom writing.
Where's your voice coming from?
I'm inside the sculpture!
Oh wow, it's all even fully voiced by the show's cast.
Come out!
I can't. I welded myself in.
Good on him for really getting the feel of the show this way, but it still does feel like a rush job. We have this fully 3D environment right in front of us, but it's completely void of any characters. We instead see the characters in a text box, like they're texting each other, but like they're talking, so it's like a texting visual for talking and not texting. It's weird. Okay, new game, I play the story. Each scene begins with Carly and her friends talking about what they're gonna do for that night's show. And like the show, you can expect that typical Nickelodeon sitcom writing.
Where's your voice coming from?
I'm inside the sculpture.
Oh yeah, they got the whole cast to do the voices too.
Come out!
I can't. I welded myself in.
Why'd he do that? Alright, new game. Every scene begins with Cindy and Mindy talking about poos on their shoe.
I'm inside the sculpture.
And they got the cast of the show.
Come out!
I can't. I welded myself in.
Dipshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I make a new game. They talk about bullshit. All right, so the gameplay starts, and this is WarioWare Smooth Moves. This is literally just WarioWare. You're presented a micro game, quick instructions on how to hold the Wii remote and what to do. You perform as well as you can, and the next game pops in. So the first mini game pops in, and this is WarioWare. This is literally WarioWare Smooth Moves. Like, you're given instructions on what to do and hold the Wii remote. You perform as good as you can do, and then the next game pops in. And before you know it, you realize the game is just like WarioWare. This game is literally WarioWare. The game pops in like WarioWare. You play it like WarioWare. This is a game, just like WarioWare. And then it's a WarioWare game, and that's it. Bring me the next scene, please.
Not exactly what I was expecting. WarioWare?
No, but yeah, it's weird, but I guess it makes sense.
Makes sense. Why does that make sense?
Well, it makes sense. Like, they're given a game to make. That is what they do. Contracted work. And they're just handed this random TV show. They gotta make something out of it. So I'm sure it was common to look around for inspiration and then, just make whatever, right?
I guess that makes sense. That also explains why the Corey minigames ripped off Elite Beat Agents.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure they're like, oh, we need a rhythm game. What did Nintendo do for that on the DS? Oh, well, that looks easy enough. We can do that.
But, it just doesn't really hit that feel like the original ones had.
No, it never does. But, I mean, it's the iCarly Wii game. It's not like it's a passion project or nothing. They're not going to spend all this time needlessly polishing a turd, right?
Can't say that's what I was expecting. A WarioWare game?
Yeah, I mean, pretty random, but I guess it makes sense.
Makes sense. What makes sense?
Well, it makes sense, like they were given a game to make, that's what they do, is contracted work, and they're just handed this TV show, and they gotta make something out of it. They have to make something out of it. They have to make something out of it. What?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it explains those Corey in the House minigames being a ripoff of Elite Beat Agents.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, they're probably like, oh, we need a rhythm game. What did Nintendo do for that? Oh, we can do that. Easy enough, yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel the same as the originals, though.
Well, no, it's not like they came up with a core concept or nothing. They're not going to understand why those things worked or care, even. It's like iCarly on the Wii. They're not really going to bother getting it there.
It's not what I was expecting. A WarioWare game?
It's not what I was expecting either, Brady, but it's funny how things work out sometimes now, isn't it?
Makes sense. How does this make sense?
Who said anything about anything making sense? Did I say anything about sense? Did I say anything about anything making sense, Brady? No, I didn't. What are you talking about?
It makes sense. I mean, it explains the Corey in the House minigames being a ripoff of the Elite Beat Agents.
What are you talking about? What is happening? What is happening?
Well, it just doesn't really hit the feel like the original ones
I
did.
feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind. What are you talking about?
I mean, it just doesn't really hit the feel
Who
like
are
the
you
original
talking
ones
to?
did. Makes sense.
What are you talking?
Can't say that's what I was expecting. WarioWare?
You listen here, you motherfucker. One more scene with us two together, and I get that phone call. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense why that makes sense.
And when I do, you listen here, and when I do...
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Also explains why Corey
I guess the rapid micro gameplay does fit the show's concept decently enough. We're bouncing between all of these web videos, so, each one can be a short micro game. I guess ripping off Wario's dick does make enough sense for iCarly. I mean, we're bouncing between all these different web videos, right? So each one can just be a micro game. I am so confused. This shit's still going too. What do? Do I keep talking about this shit? It's iCarly! This shit was all of that. How the hell are you gonna go from that right back to WarioWare? You're gonna go from that shit right back to boom, boom. You might be flailing the Wii remote around to dance. You might be aiming at the screen to swat away hands, try to steal the pie. You might spray people or control a trampoline to bounce them up in the air. All executed with a variety of different motions and poses on the Wii remote. And yeah, it all works well enough. I didn't really have any control issues here. The aiming's responsive and the tilt controls do work fairly well. When it comes to completing these games, I never had any problems doing it. But while the games are functional, they're way too easy. This game is so forgiving, dude. Like, sometimes I would feel like I would do a really bad job and screw up a lot. And then the game's still like, yeah, not bad.
Excellent. Just excellent.
You might be going nuts on the Wii remote to dance. You might be swatting away the hands with your fly swatter to not get the pie. I don't even know what's happening. But you do it all with a variety of motions and poses on the Wii remote. And yeah, it all works decently enough. I didn't really have any control issues here. The aiming is responsive and the tilt controls work fairly well. When it comes to completing the games, I didn't have any problems doing it. But while the controls work, the games are all easy as dick. Like, you really can't fail these. Like, I would always feel like I did such a dog shit job, and the game would be like, yeah, that's good.
Excellent. Just excellent.
What do you do in this game? You dance, you swat the hands on the pie. You gotta spray your friends with pesticide, jump in the air on a trampoline, Wii remote, Wii remote, catch bullshit in a net. I don't know why this is shit we gotta get. Swat the hands, Taco Bell, jump in the air and hit the bell. That's all you do in this game. Repeat the same shit, it's all the same. And if you mess up, that's okay. You'll win the game either way.
Excellent. Just excellent.
Ba-da-boom. No. I'm getting that phone call, and then I'm gonna figure out how the hell to get out of here. Okay, I just gotta go over the points again. Okay, what did I say again? That the controls are fine, the game's too easy. Wii remote. I'm sure that's good enough. What's even the point of that? Like, in WarioWare, if you made a slip-up, you lost a life as you'd be launched forward into the next game. You had to be on your toes. 4 strikes, and you're out. But here it's like, if you mess up, you just keep going. It just slightly decreases your score for that one micro game. So you can actually mess up a lot with little to no consequence at all. It totally strips the game of that zany challenge that made WarioWare so fun to begin with. What's even the point of that? Like, in WarioWare, if you lose a life, and you lose all 4, and you're donezo. But here it's like, if you mess up, you just keep going, and it slightly decreases your score and doesn't do anything. You can mess up so much with no consequence. It makes the game completely pointless. There's no challenge here at all. And all that zany, wacky challenge is what makes WarioWare fun to begin with. Can you really win if you can't even lose? Is that what winning is? Well, I guess I do try some things to try and make it more challenging, like having this Neville character appear on screen.
iCarly is rubbish.
Throughout this game, this horribly evil gremlin child tries to hack into the show, deleting everyone's videos and generally trying to sabotage iCarly.
I, Neville Pepperman, shall make you rue the day.
So instead of figuring out how to make the game challenging, they just throw this annoying Neville character on screen sometimes instead.
iCarly is rubbish.
Throughout the game, this snotty shitbag terror child tries to hack into the show and delete all your videos and ruin iCarly.
I, Neville Pepperman, shall make you rue the day. iCarly is rubbish.
Not you again. Neville, the butthole dickhole asshole that comes to make you pissed off.
I,
Neville Pepperman, will make you rue the day.
Who even is this kid? Like, honestly, his voice makes me want to punch him.
I have no idea. I assume he's probably a villain on the show or something, like Megan was on Drake and, oh, hold on. I'm getting that.
Who even is this kid? His voice makes me want to punch him.
Yeah, like, I'm guessing he's the villain of the show, like Megan was the villain. Oh, hold on. I'm getting the... He's calling me.
Who even is this kid? Like, his voice makes me want to punch him.
I really want to punch you, Brady. You know what? I just really want to sock you right in...
Who even is this kid? His voice makes me want to punch him.
Okay. Phone call in 3, 2, 1. Yes. Hello?
Yo, you guys talking about iCarly?
Yo, Salty, what's up? You did like some speedrun bullshit for this game, right? You gotta know about this show. who the hell is Neville?
He's this young internet critic who runs a website called Nevelocity.com. It's super popular in the iCarly universe, and he uses that to his advantage to mess with the iCarly gang. He first appeared in the 6th episode of the show and tried to blackmail Carly into being his girlfriend by threatening to bomb her web show with negative reviews. Ever since then, he's been a huge recurring rival to the main gang, trying to sabotage iCarly at any chance he gets.
This dude sounds like a dick.
Well, I guess that answers that.
Hello?
Yo, wait a sec, you guys talking about iCarly again?
What do you mean again?
Yeah, you did this video not too long ago. You're doing like the second Wii game now, right?
Second game? We're doing the first one.
Wait a sec, why are you doing the first one again?
What do you mean?
Well, I guess that answers that.
Hello? Are you there?
You guys talking about iCarly again?
No, dude, something's wrong. I don't know. I'm starting to get really freaked out here, man.
What do you mean? What's going on, dude?
I don't know. I feel like I've been doing the same thing over and over, and I don't know why.
What? Like missing the toilet when you poop every time? LOL.
No, dude, I'm serious. Seriously, like I really think that something is.
Well, I guess that answers that.
Okay, dude, I need you to listen. Okay, I really need you to listen. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, seriously, what is going on?
I have no idea. I'm trapped in a time loop or something, or maybe I'm cursed or I'm in a simulation. I don't know what's happening. I'm reviewing the same game over and over. Brady's not really Brady. He's just saying the same phrases again and again.
Slow down, James. It's all right. You're serious.
Yes, 100% serious. You know I wouldn't lie to you about doing a bit.
Okay. Well, I have an idea, actually. I don't know if it'll work, but...
Yeah?
Well, I guess that answers that.
No!
Neville popping up is a lot more annoying than it is challenging. He just like kinda gets in the way and then shouts his iconic phrase from the hit television series.
Soon all three shall rue the day they cross Neville Papperman.
Rue the day.
No, you'll rue the day.
You'll rue the day.
Rue the day.
They really do say rue the day a whole frickin' lot in this game.
The day you rued, ruining the day. Carly Shay rued the day, ruining.
Is it really that funny? Did they really have to repeat it over and over this many times? Guess that answers what? Brady? Hello? Hello?
Soon all three shall rue the day they cross Neville Papperman.
Rue the day.
No, you'll rue the day.
You'll rue the
Oh my
day.
god, why do they say that so much? They really say rue the day this frickin'...
The day you rued, ruining the day.
Spencer, please don't interrupt me. Is it really that funny? Did they have to repeat it over and over this many times? Wait, what? What am I back here?
Soon all three shall rue the day they cross Neville Papperman.
Rue the day.
No,
oh my
you'll
lord,
rue
this
the day.
shit
You'll rue the
again,
day.
no!
Rue the day.
What happened to my phone call? Give me back my phone call, Brady. I need to
The
find
day
out.
you rued,
Shut
ruining the
up,
day.
please! Damn it, I'm so close! I'm seriously starting to think I'm never gonna get out of here. I have to go through all of that all over again just to get another phone call. And even then, I don't even know if he's gonna know how to get out of here. Oh yeah.
You will ruing the day you made Neville Papperman force you to rue.
I don't know, maybe that's part of the joke and I'm just missing some sort of context here, but as it stood, I got really tired of hearing this kid's sickly hellion goblin voice shouting his over-theatrical catchphrase non-freaking stopped.
You will ruing the day you made Neville Papperman force you to rue.
Yeah, how many times can we fit the same word in the same sentence? You're freaking hilarious, Neville.
You will ruin the day you made Neville Papperman force you to rue.
Shut up! I get it! Rue! Rue! Kangaroo!
I rue this day!
Shut the hell up! Please? Man, some of these microgames are really just nothing, dude. I mean, like, they're nothing. This one, you just press the A button. Like, that's it. You just press A. You don't even have to time it or anything like that. You can even just mash it as the game pops up and it'll give it to you at the earliest input. There is no realistic way to fail this one, unless you tried to on purpose for some reason. And listen, yeah, I know, like, some WarioWare games were also just pressing the A button, but those games required reflexes and timing, and you were able to fail them. This, on the other hand, this requires nothing.
I rue this day!
Shut up. Some of these microgames are really nothing, dude. Like this one, you just press A. That's it. You press A. No timing or anything. You can just mash it and you'll win. And yeah, some WarioWare games were just pressing A, but at least there I got to like knock over a funny guy. I didn't have to like stare at dog shit.
I rue this day!
This one, you just shake the Wii Remote to dance. How could you possibly screw that up? Oh, wait, no, sorry, they do get harder. Oh, yeah, they introduce harder versions of the microgames later on. Now you gotta stop shaking the Wii Remote sometimes. Yeah, these harder versions aren't really all that much harder at all. Some of them can be a tad more challenging, I guess, yeah, but it really just amounts to a tiny spin on it, or simply increasing the amount of things you had to deal with. Very unlike WarioWare that actually had multiple scenes for the different difficulties. There's really not very many of these games either. They just keep reusing them over and over, making minor changes to help them be more challenging. But it never really gets challenging at all. What even is the part that we're talking about the difficulty here, I think? How the game's too easy? What are these web videos even supposed to be? Yeah, like a viral video of us shining flashlights at frogs. Yeah, that'll get 1 million views. Oh, I got an idea. What about waking up Spencer? Yeah, the kids really want to see Spencer wake up. Oh, I am entertained by seeing a man stop sleeping. This one's just an arcade machine where you shoot at the spaceships. Like, what is it supposed to be, like a viral video of somebody getting a high score or something? I don't know. This whole game is pretty disjointed. I still don't get what these web videos are even supposed to be. Like, you're not telling me that 1 million people are gonna tune in to watching flashlights on frogs. Flashlights on frogs! Riveting. Or should I say, riveting. Fuck. Wake up! Grab a bunch and put a little makeup! Yeah, there's flashlights on frogs. Wake up, Spencer. Flashlights on frogs. The better you perform in each microgame, the more web cred you'll earn, and you can use that to buy more decorations for your set. And yeah, that's a pretty fun idea. I mean, like, I've used a lot of the money I've earned from YouTube to improve my show in any way I can, so yeah, building a set this way is a lot of fun. Yes, I want a cowboy skeleton. Oh yes, I want a pineapple lamp. Yes, I want a gnome chef. Oh dude, I gotta get this TV. Yo, it's got HD and 1080p. The better you do the games, the more web cred you'll get, which you can use to buy things for your set, like a cowboy skeleton, or a pineapple lamp, or a really cool television. It does HD, it does 1080p. Who wrote that? Hey, I have to admit, it is pretty fun spending your points and decorating your studio like this. It doesn't really do anything though, and I think it would have been cooler if you actually got to walk around the set that you made instead of it just being a backdrop to the menu. Once you're done the story, you'll unlock I Create Webisodes, where you can stitch together your own combo of microgames and change several modifiers about them, like which characters show up, what the background looks like, what the music sounds like. You're essentially just swapping out different assets to make the microgame look and sound a little bit different, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay much at all. It is a fairly cool option, and the idea would work fairly well in a game like WarioWare, but they do so little with it here that it feels like a total afterthought. Cowboy skeleton, pineapple lamp, cool TV, 1080, avalanche. When you beat iCarly, the game of the Wii, you unlock I Create Webisodes, and you can do this shit. Once you complete the story, you unlock I Create Webisodes, where you can do your own mishmash of micro games and like slightly change the visuals. It's really pointless unless you really wanted to see another character go when you play a game instead of the one that's normally there. I Create Webisodes. Okay, well, what else do we got here? You can unlock and read all these emails as you go through the game. It's all just like random nonsense. A lot of it didn't really mean much to me, but I'm sure it's something iCarly fans will get a decent kick out of. There's also a bunch of bonus videos featuring interviews and fun shenanigans with the cast of the show. It doesn't really seem like it has anything to do with the game at all. I honestly think they might have just copy and pasted one of the DVD's bonus content over. At least that's what it seems like. Also, they use a weird warping effect for when they cut up the clips, and it just looks, pause on it, and it and over here we got emails. You can read all those. There's a lot of wacky, funny stuff you'll read that you unlock through the game, and what's left? Bonus videos. I swear to God, they probably just ripped these off of the latest season's DVD at the time. And then it's bonus videos. DVD, bonus content. And all that's left is the multiplayer. If you want to play these games with friends for some reason, you can. Knock yourself out. Then there's multiplayer. If you want to play these games with a buckaroo or two, that you can do. Multiplayer. You can play 2 players on the game. Multiplayer. So, how about it, Brady? You want to play some 2-player iCarly on the Wii with your good pal, me?
No, man, I'm good. I think I got to just watching you play.
Yeah, I really can't blame you, honestly.
So what's the final verdict, huh?
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's not like downright offensive. It's playable, but I mean, it's not particularly fun or exciting either. It's just a par for the course licensed game that happened to rip off WarioWare.
So another April done, another licensed video done. How about we make some food and make some funny videos while we're at it.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's
All
go.
right, let's do it.
So, Brady, you want to play the iCarly Wii game 2-player with your boy, me?
Nah, I'm good. Pretty much got the gist of it watching you play.
Yeah, I really can't blame you for that.
So, final verdict?
Yeah, it's not like horrible. It's not offensively terrible. It's like playable at least, but yeah, it's not particularly fun or exciting either. It's just a par for the course licensed game that happened to rip off WarioWare, I guess.
So, another April, another licensed game. Why don't we make some food and make some funny videos?
Yeah, sure. So we're done. We're finally done this, okay? We're done the review and we never have to touch this again, right?
No, I'm good. I pretty much got the gist of it when you were
Right,
playing.
yeah, so we're done. We're never reviewing this game again. We're finally finished, okay?
What was the final verdict?
Final verdict is I'm never talking about this thing again. Final verdict is I'm gonna shove your ass in Freddy's locker if you ever even bring iCarly up to me in the rest of my life.
Alright, well, another April done, another licensed game done. How about we go make some food and make some funny videos?
I'll do anything as long as it's not this. Okay? I've completely lost control of my life. No, I've completely lost control of my entire fabric of being.
No, I pretty much got the gist of it watching you play.
You can get the gist of my ass after I take a shit on your bed, Brady.
So the final verdict?
The final verdict is that I'm really scared, Brady. I'm really scared.
You should be.